Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today I wanted to talk about the KPZ-50T and how I'm really disappointed regarding this tank. Now, I had really high expectations and hopes. I really thought that this tank would be very, very strong, close to OP, but technically, I guess it's not like that, because on paper, it may seem as so, because if you look at the stats, you're going to be like, wow, this tank truly is like really, really OP, because you look at it and it's like a combination of the E50M and the Leopard 1, right? And then you're like, wow, it has the best things from both of these tanks. From the E50M, it has the really insane, armor. And from the Leopard, it has the, pretty good mobility. And of course, it has that very nice gun, very high DPM, etc., etc. So you think to yourself that this tank is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, it's a good tank. Don't get me wrong. It is a very good tank. However, it's just not the gameplay I expected from this tank, right? Because when you think about it, the main drawbacks are, I'm definitely going to say, the accuracy on the move. When I'm on the move, a lot of other medium tanks, especially, for example, a Leopard, is going to hit very, very nicely. I'm used to like something like the Object 140, which has a very, very good accuracy rate for when you're on the move, right? It's just that, the KPZ-50T doesn't necessarily have that. Again, on paper, the stats look really good, but the amount of times I've missed in this thing is incredibly shocking. Like, I've just been like almost point blank range, and I have missed so many shots, not because, obviously I'm not expecting to hit all my shots on the move, right? That's just unrealistic, but I wouldn't expect this many misses. On top of that, you would think that this tank is very heavily armored, at least the way you look at it frontally, but that was not the case. I have not been able to block a lot of damage, similar to what I have done in the E50M. The E50M and the KPZ are two different tanks when it comes to the armor profile. We all know that, right? But I expected the frontal part of the armor on the KPZ to be very similar, and that you could pretty much face hug a lot of mediums and lights, and that you'd be able to destroy them. That is not necessarily the case at all. You're not going to be doing that well in face hugs compared to an E50M, and your turret is actually not as strong as you would think it is, because a lot of TDs could just smash right through you. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's happened so many times where, TDs just absolutely smack you up, and it's just not funny. It's just not funny because, a TD is supposed to do that, right? But a lot of times, like low pen TDs, like an FV4005, just smashes straight through my center of the turret, which is not supposed to happen. Again, I'm not saying this is a bad tank. By no means is this a bad tank. It is a very strong tank. I just expected more from it, because on paper, it seemed like an absolute Superman type tank. But in reality, it was not as good as I thought. Again, the main two things was definitely the fact that I expected the armor profile to be better. But apart from that, also the accuracy on the move was so horrible. And yeah, apart from that, the tank is really, really good. I mean, the DPM is out of this world. You have some armor to block shots here and there, right? Because previously, again, I thought that this tank would be like an E50M with just with a better gun, right? And that's not necessarily the case, as I said. But apart from that, the armor is good. If you don't look at it from the perspective of an E50M, the armor is good. You're going to be blocking shots here and there, of course, against mediums and lights, and that's very, very nice. But apart from that, it's a sort of standard medium with an insanely high DPM number. And of course, on top of that, you get tungsten shells, which makes your DPM even better, which is one of the best things about this tank. You have some insanely incredible DPM. Insanely incredible sounds just stupid, but yeah, it has really good DPM. It's got pretty okay mobility, right? If the armor profile was better, I would expect it to be a little bit slower. But as of now, it's pretty okay. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes it's pretty okay. So again, it's up there. It's up there. It's pretty good. And overall, the tank is very strong. It's a very strong tank meant to absolutely smack people up. And of course, there are a few downsides, but that is expected. So tell me what you guys think about this tank in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll definitely see you guys next time. Bye-bye.